Yo, what's up? Hey, it's Ryan, and I'm going to bring you a video on the making of my last song, An Ever-Increasing Distance Between You and Me. Embraced my full Panic at the Disco, naming that one. So, first off, it starts with the good old guitar stuff. And it's really basic. Like, I've got this EQ that turns on. Actually, I don't. That's only for right there. So it's just bias effects. Let this load up real fast. Such a good plugin, but it's so slow sometimes. I've got this preset from Tone Cloud. It's Swiggle's Lead. Yeah, if you Google or look up on Tone Cloud Swiggles, then you'll find it. That's what I use a lot. I turned off the delay because it's a rhythm patch. Turned on the compression, and that is actually all. And then the lead is the same preset. I just have like an EQ after it. I think I'm a master actually. Never mind. I've got this EQ that's knocking out all the high or all the lows. Yeah, it's kind of like boxing it in. I think it's turned off right there. I thought I was doing the same thing over here. Oh, I am. So I'm putting all of the guitars and everything in this intro through a high and low pass that gets turned off right at the beginning drum fill. Gives it kind of like an old-timey radio effect almost, because radios back then just didn't have the frequency range that speakers today have. So like, it's just very closed, and then it opens up with this and lets like the full spectrum of sound come through. Right here I've got these impacts. Like super basic, from Black Octopus, Leviathan. I'm using Superior Drummer for drums, because I live in a dorm and don't have the money to record real drums. Is basically how that goes. Pretty basic as far as processing goes. I've got a little bit of compression. Yeah, just a very small, a little bit of reverb with a low cut, because don't have a reverb, a kick drum, and a glue compressor. And then on the kick, a bit of an EQ, a snare, reverb, EQ, compressor, just reverb and EQs, various places. Nothing too crazy, but I like the sound, so I went with it. Got this tap lead. Just to kind of fill it out. It's the lead patch, but let this load up. But I threw on some chorus, I think it was. Yeah, I got some chorus on at the very end of the signal with these settings. I'm pretty sure it's basically default. Again, that's really just to fill out space. And it gets used again over here, or here. It's just quieter because I have the lead like playing melody. Yeah. Bass, obviously. Need that bass. Again, bias, because I don't have an Axe effects. It's kind of what it boils down to. bass 360 compressor, done. An EQ, knock out the highs because they were just kind of in the way. For this particular style and genre, I prefer not to have like all the mess up top. Compressing it a little bit, which this really probably doesn't even do much. It's kind of just crushing the mids a little. And some stereo shaping, then dynamic tube. Just for a little bit of extra grit. That's it. Got this Rhodes. A high pass. It's just a lounge lizard. Great Rhodes plugin. It's got like all these presets, everything for like electronic pianos, Rhodes, etc. Have this piano, which is it's so ridiculously overkill. I've got the master patch for the Yamaha. What is it? For the Yamaha C7. I've got the master patch, and so I've got all of these articulations and all of these velocities, and all I'm doing is and this. It's ridiculous how much RAM that uses for how little I'm using it for. Also have a music box, ping pong delay, pretty basic. I got it from the Goliath East-West pack. Got these noise risers. They're super quiet, like -30, just to add a little bit of like a rise. It's really, really subtle, but I thought it helped. An 808, because why not? I got this from the Break Tweaker pack, I think, on browser. Yeah, Break Tweaker cinematic textures sub. Drop sub 4. Yeah, these ones are pretty short and like punchy, and this one is like super sustained compared to the other one, at least. And yeah, that's all of the elements. So I kind of just like wrote this first part. Oh god, I didn't mean to save, but whatever. It's released. I don't need it ever again, right? So I wrote this first part, built the chorus out of it, picked out the melody, just messing around, and then I went straight into this. It's got like a Pliny sort of groove and like vibe to it. Pliny is like a god, so I try to emulate him whenever I can. And then it just goes into a build on the super cliche 4-5-6 chord build, but I did it and it's done. And it goes into this. Actually, for that, I've got an EQ on the master that turns on. It's the same sort of thing with like the high-low pass going at the same time. So yeah, and then it goes into this outro. It's just something that had a little more like balls to it, you know. The offbeat hi-hat added a bit of a groove while the guitars were kind of just chugging away. I have a music box playing because nothing says like don't mess with me more than a music box. Yeah, That's basically it. There's a chirp at the end. No idea how I did that, but I love it. That little thing right there. Yeah, no idea how it happened. It was probably just like a glitch inside a bias, or like the recording or the cable was actually going bad, but love it. But yeah, that's the making of this track. If you've got any questions, wait a second. I always forget the master chain because I don't really do much to the master. There's the low end. It's just kind of sort of centered. Yeah, I got no idea why the lead is going through. It's kind of odd, but yeah. I've got mids, just a little bit of serious vibration, highs a little bit. Actually not touching the master at all. So yeah, my master chain is always like super minimal. It's basically a limiter for when I'm writing and don't want to blow out my ears, and then a little bit more bass because I never produce with enough bass for some reason. But yeah, that is that's the song. If you got any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Check it out. The links provided. Subscribe if you learned something, and anything if you enjoyed it. It's finals week, so apologies if I sound dead. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.